Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time. Alright, so we're standing right outside Dodongos Cavern. That looks like a really long tunnel, doesn't it? That's kind of neat. But alright, so let's go ahead and head on in, and this is going to be our second dungeon after the Deku Tree. We're not going to quite get introduced to it yet because we have a very small puzzle, just sort of demonstrating the basics of what's going to be going on here. Basically, we're going to be doing a lot of this, picking up bomb flowers and blowing up these discolored walls and doors, so... There we go, and now we are introduced to Dodongos Cavern. It's a pretty neat little place. It's kind of a fiery lava type dungeon, which is pretty cool. There's going to be quite a few new enemies around the place, so we're going to be seeing some never before seen stuff here. It's going to be pretty fun. What do you want? Looks like there are many lava pits around here, so watch your step. Yep, I gotta figure that one out. You don't want to step in that, you know, really red hot stuff down there. That's not good for you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, let's check out this guy right here. This is the Beamos. Watch out for its searching beam. Bet it doesn't like smoke to get in its eye. So the only way to kill this thing is with explosives, and if you get in its line of sight, it does this. So you pretty much need to keep moving around it. We're not going to really deal with them for now because there's nothing I can really do about that thing. So we're going to head over here to the right first. We kind of have to wait on these little stone pillars to rise and fall, which can take a little bit. And there we go. Alright, so let's head over to the right. We can take this one out with this bomb flower that's conveniently placed here. Throw it right at it, and there we go. It explodes twice, which is awesome. That one went in the wall, which was also pretty cool. got a switch up there we can press, but we don't really have a way of getting up there at the moment. It's just too tall to jump to. So we're going to take the bomb flower and blow up this little door over here. Alright, so let's continue on through, and in here we're going to have some new enemies again popping up here. These are baby Dodongos. Watch out for its leaping attack, it'll explode after it's defeated. Yeah, so these are interesting enemies. They pretty much just sit there and charge you, but then whenever you defeat them, they blow up. So, yeah, you kind of have to be careful about that. Make sure you're not near them whenever you kill them. So, there we go, full life again. Nice. Rupees. Nice. Like it. Alright, and then over here we kind of have a little puzzle to solve. We've got this little door right here, but we don't have any explosives to do the job for us. So what we have to do is kind of kill one of these baby Dodongos right next to the door and use its explosion to open it. So, oh, there we go. Get out of the way. And there we go. That's how we can get in there. We can come back later once we get some more equipment like the bombs, but if you want to do it on the way, that's kind of the way you have to do it. So. We go in here, and this is pretty much just a room for the golden sculpture, though. We've got a few keys hanging out on the walls. These things can be pretty easy to kill, though. So, you know, if one slingshot will do it. They like to sort of fly through this little torch here and become fire keys. And if that happens, you probably want to equip the Hylian Shield and get rid of this Deku Shield here, because that thing will burn if it catches on fire. So... pretty much if you take any fire damage whatsoever with it equipped, that thing is gone. So you probably want to switch over to the Hylian Shield at some point if you find you're having to deal with fire enemies. Oh. Wow. Okay, that was not very comfortable, but took all three of them out. And got some rupees too. Okay, so over here we're going to have a switch that obviously with, you know, two statues on either side, we're going to have to pull the statues to press it down because it won't stay once we get off it. So, basic puzzle here. Pretty, you know, pretty traditional Zelda stuff. You've seen all this before. So let's push it over on the switch, and that opens the door for us, and we can go on through. More keys. Yeah, they like throwing keys in this dungeon. There's actually quite a few of them, so we're going to have to be somewhat more vigilant around here. Get some more money. Alright, and then in here, this is pretty interesting little room here. I'm going to switch over to the Hylian Shield because it's going to help out quite a bit, because we have some lizards to kill. These guys are... Alphos. Use your shield well and fight with L targeting techniques. So yeah, pretty much just stay locked onto them. Whenever they attack, you can use your shield. I like using the Hylian Shield because it'll pretty much always block their attacks. Sometimes they'll try to jump over you and like attack from behind, and if you're trying to use the Deku Shield, that can be really hard to block sometimes. So the Hylian Shield is pretty much the way to go here. Also, these guys really aren't that tough. You can pretty much just relentlessly attack. There's that over the head attack. I like to counter with a jump attack when they do that. Basically, you do like 3 hits worth of damage, and they will back off and then recycle, sort of. Then we just have to do like 3 more hits worth, and they'll be done for. See, there's the first one gone. So yeah, these guys really aren't that tough, but they are kind of interesting. They're the first sort of real threat we've faced so far, you know? Not like they're really that dangerous or anything, but everything else has just kind of been, you know, mindless beasts. But these things have swords and use, you know, techniques and things like that, so pretty interesting enemies there, but still easily dispatched. After all, we are still pretty early in the game, so this dungeon in general is actually not that bad. I don't know why I'm going around trying to get all the rupees. It's not like it really matters that much. Okay, so let's head on through the door that opened up. Now in here we're going to be encountering even more new enemies, but these are pretty much just a variant of things we've already seen. This guy here is the Dodongo. It's the creature that the dungeon gets its name from. Has fiery breath, use L-targeting techniques. So if we stand in front of it, this guy's going to charge up his breath and breathe fire on us. So we want to come around and attack its tail. Its head is invulnerable, so we want to come around back and do it that way. Definitely back off, though, because when it swings around, that'll do damage. So these guys can be kind of tough, but they're pretty slow. And, oh yeah, they also explode. So there you go. Just watch out for that. We got a few more here. I think we literally just have a couple more. Oh, yep, see, well, there you go. That was my own carelessness. Try to get, like, another hit in there. I didn't think that would work, but oh well. Alright, and then we got one more to deal with. It's a good idea to go ahead and clear these guys out while you're trying to figure out this room, so... Oh. Oh, come on, there we go. Okay, there we go. So that takes care of all the Dodongos. Now, as we come through here, we can pretty much, it's pretty obvious what we need to do here. You see the unlit torches, so we're going to have to get out a Deku Stick and pretty much take care of that. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh, nope. Light it. Light it. There you go. And it's pretty much just a straight line. There's only the 3, so it's really not that hard to do. Okay, so now that we're in here, we're actually back in the main room, and this is that sort of raised area I pointed out before, and the switch that we can now press. So when we do so, a door is going to unlock on the other side, and that's pretty much where we need to be heading now. It's all fairly linear. It seems like there's a lot of different ways you could possibly go. Holy crap, I'm on fire. Get out, get out. That was a stupid jump, but yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, it seems like there's a lot of ways to go, but really it's all pretty linear. For now, this is still a pretty easy dungeon to figure out, so... Alright, let's make the jump this time, preferably. Alright, and let's quickly get over there before the platform lowers, because I don't want to wait. There we are. Alright, but first, before we head through the door, I want to come over here and blow this thing up. This isn't required or anything, but it's probably nice to have. Just, you know, for the heck of it, I suppose. So let's open up the chest that's inside. And there we go, we find the dungeon map, so that'll pretty much give us the little lay of the land here. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick just to see how it looks. As you can see, it's really not that complicated. We've already explored sort of half the rooms already, you know. So, there's not really too much more to this. Let's see, yeah, we also want to go on through the door here. Okay, so this is a pretty cool room. We got a couple things to do. First off, if we want, we can come over here and blow up this thing. This is another thing that's not really required. We're going to be getting the compass in here, so, you know, if you want to skip it, you don't have to, but I figure we probably should, since it's pretty easy to get. We also have some new enemies we can show off around here. We've got these 3 statues kind of sitting around, and you notice there's a couple bomb flowers in the corner, so we want to pick this up. And this is kind of the way I like to do this. Set it right down in front of this first one. Then just as it's about to explode, hit it with your sword. Then that'll explode, killing it. Those guys can only be harmed by explosives, I believe. Stop its movement and then destroy it. That's all Navi tells us, which is thanks. That's really helpful. And there we go. Once we defeat that, the door opens, and we can now get to the chest, which, as I've already mentioned, contains the compass. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and head back out. Nothing left to do in here. And in here, this is pretty cool. I always like this room. This is one of the ones that I kind of remember from the first time I played through it. When I think of Dodongos Cavern, I always think of this one. So we set the bomb flower right down there in the middle. Awesome. That's so cool. I love that. And then once we do that, if we set it just right, these stairs will lower and we can get on up. So that's some good stuff there. Oh, camera stuck. Okay, there it goes. Takes a second to get back, I guess. Yeah, and they make the stairs just big enough that you have to do this little hop and climb every time. So, don't fall back down. It'll take you a while to get back up. Alright, then we can go either way here. Both paths pretty much circle around. We can also break these pots here, and that one will pretty much always contain a red rupee, so if you need some more rupees, that's a good place to get it. And as we go over here, we can, you probably already saw the gold skulltula, but let's go ahead and take this thing out, and then take this one out, like that. You also probably have seen that little room over there. We're not going to be able to get there this time through the dungeon. This is another one of those cases where, like in the Deku tree, we're just going to have to come back later. So, they like doing that early on. Alright, and in here, these are fire keys. They're pretty much just the, you know, the regular garden variety keys, but they're on fire. And as Navi says, they'll burn up your Deku shield if you have it equipped. So, definitely don't have it equipped. You can pretty much just sit there and wait for them to charge. The Hylian Shield will, like, always block their charge, and then you can get an attack in just like that. So, they're pretty easy to deal with. It's really not that hard. We want to push this statue out of the way. I believe the rest are Armos Knights. The living statue that we just blew up earlier, so don't touch those. Step on the switch, and that'll open the door. Okay, so now we're actually back out in the main room again. There's a lot of different entries and exits to this place, it seems. I want to take this guy out. He's kind of getting on my nerves. Okay, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, here we are. We're definitely on the upper level now, though, so this is a pretty neat little view. I wonder how that big, like, the Dodongo head got there, you know? Like, if this is a natural cavern, how in the world did that, like, get there? I have no idea. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so let's just head on through the catwalk, jump over the gap there. There's another fire keys flying around here somewhere, but just run on through and they won't do anything about it. Alright, this room. So, basically, as you can see, there's a lot of sort of narrow passages. There's also some blade traps that like to go back and forth. So let's jump in between here, and Navi will give us a little reminder. Never know what'll be around the corner in these narrow paths. Use L targeting to always look in the proper direction. Useful technique, isn't it? Definitely. So yeah, we can kind of see there's a few more traps. There's one right there. We want to kind of wait to pass, and we pretty much just want to head over for this ladder right here. So let's climb up on that and jump on up. Now here we've got another one of these discolored walls that we can't really do anything about. But as we turn around, this is really narrow. I don't like it. I'm very uncomfortable here. We can just barely jump and grab onto that. There's going to be a chest here. I don't remember what it has. Oh yeah, rupees. Oh well, 20's not bad. And here we're going to kind of have to time out the explosion. We're going to have to wait until this is just about to explode. And then throw it like that. And if you time it right, it'll blow it up. I think it is possible to get the bomb to sort of sit on the ledge, but I don't know. That's kind of a hard throw, so I'd prefer to just wait and time it out. Alright, and in here we've got this sort of golden eye switch. You're going to be seeing a lot of these types of things throughout the game. Shoot it with something, and something will happen. So, you know, really anytime you see one, you probably want to mess with it. Got some baby Dodongos in the hallway here. Don't really need to worry about them. Now let's go on through the next door. Alright, so we've been locked in again. We've got some more Lizalfos to deal with. Let's hurry up and do this really quick before we run out of time. Should be able to. In fact, I can do this quicker if I do a jump attack, and then we're going to switch over to the Deku shield real quick, so we can just sort of shield stab these guys. Oh, well, crap. Why did I do that? Alright, there we go. If you don't really know exactly what I'm doing, I mentioned it before, but you might have missed it. The shield stab stores the power of the last attack, and the jump attack with the Deku stick is the most powerful thing we can do right now. So, oh wow, holy crap. Oh, and I got hit, go figure, right? Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, it does, I think, like 3 hits worth of damage, like a regular sword. It might be 4, I don't know, I can't remember. Either way, it takes 2 of them to kill these guys, so. Wow, okay, that was close. No, stop. Man, this guy's relentless, isn't he? See, I try to do this quickly, and I have all kinds of trouble. That's just the way it goes, doesn't it? Alright, well, thankfully, we're still alright. It doesn't really matter that much, but we are about to run out of time, so I think I'm going to leave it off right here. There's some recovery hearts down there if you want them, but I really don't care. So in the next part, we're going to continue on through Dodongo's Cavern and probably finish it up. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.